Welcome, Mark with these laptops here. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to use DTC Solutions and KnowledgeBase in order to get more information about your fault codes for the repair process. To get started, I'm going to open up the desktop launcher. Remember, if you don't have this, you can always call out to our tech support department at 888-983-1975 option 2. I'll be more than happy to assist you. It ties all of our applications into one central location, and it has also been incorporated into the jaw test software, making launching our applications even easier. We'll click on this, and then we have our diagnostic section with the jaw test software. Below this, we have repair information with DTC Solutions and KnowledgeBase. DTC Solutions is an offline program. That means that you can use it at any time. You're going to find things like fault code repair information, component locators, wire diagrams, and things of that nature. There are two different versions of DTC Solutions, one for truck with the orange gear that we see here, then another with a black gear for off-highway. They both navigate the same way though. Down below we have KnowledgeBase. KnowledgeBase is a cloud-based platform, which means that you have to have login information and a good solid connection to the internet. But in here, you're going to find your step-by-step troubleshooting, full repair manuals, things of that nature. Much more stuff, plus whatever is included in DTC Solutions. To get started, we're going to click on jaw test and open up our software. Once jaw test is loaded, we're at our main connection screen here. We're in auto mode for truck, so we're going to go ahead and come up to the top right and click over to manual. Now from here, if we have agricultural vehicles, we can make our selections through here. For off-highway equipment, we can make our selections through here. And for truck, we can come down, click truck, trailer, bus, diesel vans, or commercial engines. We're going to click on commercial engines. Now we're working with a Cummins ISX15 CM2350. So on the left hand side, I have to click Cummins. Now I have to select the family, which is the IS family, and then select the model, which is the ISX. Now on the very right, just have to select the actual name of the ECM. So ISX 15 CM2350 and double click. It's asking me to select a connection type. So I have 7 different possibilities here. These are going to be different connectors for different locations. We just have to go through and select the actual connection type that we're going to be using today, which is connection 1 with a JDC 217M3. I can also come over here and select multi-pin or the direct connector. If I go to multi-pin, it's going to be all the information I need to use my multi-pin kit. I'm going to go back to direct connector and then come up to the top and click connect. Now that I'm directly connected to this Cummins module, I can come into my read fault codes. And here I see my active fault codes as indicated by the red X. I have a 3749 knock sensor behind the SCR catalyst, incorrect data drifted high. Now directly from jaw test, I can click the I button here and get freeze frame data. I can click the question mark and get some help as well as access to the wiring schematics. I can go to diagrams here on the left hand side and get the vehicle schematics, or I can come up to the diesel laptops icon and click and launch the desktop launcher. Once the desktop launcher is pulled up, we're going to start with DTC Solutions. Remember, this is an offline program, and then we're going to work our way into KnowledgeBase just so you can see the differences. DTC Solutions here. When it opens up, there's a newsfeed tab here, and this is going to have everything about the latest update. Now, when you're connected to the internet and an update is available for DTC Solutions, it's going to automatically prompt you for that update. You don't have to do it then. I recommend keeping up with the updates with this program, but if you do choose to do it manually, you can come down and hit this I button at the bottom left and do check for updates. We have 4 tabs up here at the top. We're going to move over to our fault code tab now. On the left hand side where it says manufacturer, just click the arrow down. Select the manufacturer of the component you're working. Even though this engine could be out of a Freightliner truck, it's a Cummins engine, so I'm going to go to the Cummins file. My model year selection, click the arrow down, select your model and year. Now I have every single fault code that could possibly be in this module displayed here. I can click the bar on the right hand side and scroll down through here, or I can go to my search all function, click the magnifying glass. From here you can search by the OEM fault code number, PID, SPN, FMI, or by description. I'm going to click by fault code, and then I'm going to punch in that 3749. There's our fault code displayed for us with our PID, SPN, FMI, OEM fault code, and a description. When I click on the description, it gives me a text document with a circuit description, component location, conditions for running the diagnostics, conditions for setting the fault codes, actions taken when the fault code is active, conditions for clearing the fault code, some shop talk, and possible causes. Sometimes you'll have an image here. It'll just have the component on the left-hand side with its pins labeled out, a wiring description, and then the ECM on the right-hand side with its pins. If we don't have it, like in this example, don't stress. We have wiring diagrams on the left-hand side, and click on this icon. This is going to open up in a PDF format. You can zoom in using the plus sign, zoom out using this minus sign, move the picture around using this hand. You can navigate the pages 2 ways. You can come with these arrows and click down, or you can use your bar on the right-hand side to drag. You can search for text, print, and save. We have a legend. And then all your components are going to be here on the left-hand side, wiring description in between, and then our ECM on the right-hand side with its pins labeled out and a description. So nice, easy to read wiring schematics here. Now we can resize this window by clicking there, we can minimize it, or we can exit out of here. Down below wiring diagrams, we have component locators. This is still a PDF format as well. When we scroll down, we see our Cummins engine here with all the components labeled out for us. The next tab over is our VIN decoder. Now our VIN decoder and truck parts cross, these aren't available in the off-highway version, so just keep that in mind. Everything else navigates the same way. VIN decoder, though, we can punch in a VIN number and it'll pull up all that information about that VIN number. And then truck parts cross, if we punch in a part number, it can be any part number, injectors, seals, gaskets, turbochargers, whatever the case may be, filters. This is a cat oil filter for our example today. Once we punch in our part number here, we get our original manufacturer, a description, and then the part number. Click on the part number, and it's going to cross-reference that part number to all the other manufacturers that make that same part. Back to our fault code tab, we can reset this information by clicking Reset View here. You can print the solution using that print button, and then the hyperlink down here is a hyperlink that takes you directly to our website. Now we can come into KnowledgeBase. The first time that you log in KnowledgeBase, it's going to look like this. So you're going to want to come over to your login notes. You'll have your username. You can just copy and paste and do the same with your password. And click Login. We can full screen this. Now at the top, we have our Diesel Laptops icon. This will log you out and you'll have to re-enter in your username and password. We can click the I button here and manually check for updates. Just like with DTC Solutions, if you're hooked up to the internet and a new update is available, you will be automatically prompted, but to manually check it, just click on the I up there. A search bar, which doesn't really help until we get to the fault code information. A home button, which will return you to this main screen. Then you're going to have files based on what subscription you have. So we're going to click on truck. All the different truck manufacturers for trucks and components are going to be listed out here. So even though I said this engine was out of a Freightliner truck, we're going to find our Cummins file and click here. Then we're going to select our model information of that Cummins engine. Now we have component locators, wire diagrams, and DTCs. Component locators and wire diagrams are going to be very similar to what we saw in DTC Solutions, and so is DTCs. But if we click on DTCs, this is where you're going to find step-by-step troubleshooting procedures. So now we have every single fault code that could be programmed to the ECM listed out for us. We can use that search bar at this point, and we'll type in 3749. Click enter. There's our PDF file. When I click on this, I have that image that I was talking about, our fault code information, our text documents, circuit description, component location, conditions for running the diagnostics, conditions for setting the fault code, actions taken when the fault code is active, conditions for clearing the fault code, some shop talk. And then when we scroll down, we find our step-by-step troubleshooting procedures. Just make sure you follow these in the correct order. It's a troubleshooting tree. While we're in here, come over and let's look at the actual Freightliner folder now. When I click Freightliner, I have to select the model, select Cascadia. Now I have DTCs. Now I have DTCs for my central gateway controller, my MSF, my SAM cab, and my SAM chassis. I have an electronics guide, shop manuals, and wiring schematics for the vehicle itself. Some vehicles, such as if we go to international, we get torque specs and other things depending on the manufacturers. Click this home button to return back to home, and that is DTC Solutions and KnowledgeBase. Thank you very much for viewing. If you have any questions, please reach out to our tech support at 888-983-1975, option 2. Have a great day.